Alrighty.
That just isn't my flow.
So let's find your flow. So go ahead, come into a downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, find your hands and feet. Find your hands and feet. Everything about this practice to me has such power because it's about relocating our staples. Our staples of hands and feet on the ground automatically embody coming back down to earth. There's a humbleness to that. There's a quality of humility to that. And then find breathing. Let your breathing help you to access a deeper quality of humility, because your breathing is so strong as you go through the practice. You've all become really strong breathers. But let your breathing remind you that it's coming from soul force. It's coming from your grace. It's not coming from your ego at all. The more you infuse soul into your practice, into your musculature, into your mind, everything about that has shifted. Everything about that has a lightness. It's a softening quality. And it can be very strong. But strong because there's such a driving force of heart behind it. So you're just here to access your roots and kind of to plug into your own breath, which really is the soul's voice. So you're here to access this deeper part of you. Long breath out. Legs together. Right leg on the inhale comes up to the ceiling. On the exhalation, put a big bend in the right knee. Pick up your right knee as you breathe in. As you exhale, roll open. Let your upper foot press. And if you decide that the bottom knee has to come down and you open up that right side, you don't have to open up in this grandiose way. You just open up through the exhalation, and the right side of your pelvis will just peel back just a little bit more than you could have accessed just by the position itself. You assume the position, but you add your breathing out to it. To exceed where you originally start, you breathe out. And then you roll the hip down very slow. The foot comes to the ground. Press your hips far, far back, everybody. Far, far back. And go ahead and take a long breath in. And a longer exhalation out. Now bring your legs together. Shoot the left leg up in the air. Push through the upper heel so you have a connection to that upper leg through the foot. Bend the upper knee and roll open. Roll open. If that upper leg picks up a little bit higher, it'll line up really nicely with your hip. The knee and hip have alignment, they'll be more parallel, and you peel back from that place. Roll the hip down, foot to the ground. Walk, feet to your hands. Halfway up, breath in. Take your hands behind your back. Really hug your shoulder blades toward each other while you lift your arms off your hips. Press those knuckles back. It's almost like I'm gently drawing your wrist back. And then, Jim, pull your chest up a little bit higher. That's it. Bend your knees a little bit more. Pick your chest up more. That's it. And tuck your chin in a little bit. Just a little bit more. Yeah. Give a little bit more. That's it. Now your neck has length that it didn't before. You got that?
Yes.
Press the crown of your head, everybody, toward the front of the room. Press your hips back. Slowly breathe out, fold forward. Widen your feet out, hip width apart. Take opposite hand to the opposite elbow, right in front of you. Bend your knees a lot. And then Sam, open up your feet just a tiny bit wider. Access true stability. Let your hips just rock very slowly, side to side. And soften through the exhalation. It's so instinctual to feel how tight we are in the back of the legs and immediately just tighten up the breath and not even know we're doing it. It's instinct. Our tension, we bump up against it and we have a response of closing up. And I want you to dare to soften through an exhalation what you typically want to close up and close off. Because that's how we transform. We transform by meeting something right where it is, not needing it to be anything but what it is. Let yourself rock side to side. Allow the musculature of your mind to soften through the exhalations, not just your hamstrings. Where we're tight in the body, we also have a rigidness in mind. As you let go of the breath, you let go of rigidness. Exhale everything you got. Hold nothing back, hold on to nothing. Take your hands into downward dog again. Make sure the feet are out, hip width apart. And take a look at your feet so you recognize that. Make sure the fingers look at your palms, spread them out wide. See that, and then when you've got the hands plugged in, press the hips far back. So you take your hands, you bring awareness to your hands, and it's as if you're pushing the floor away from you, down and away from you. And that's what takes the hips back. Bring your legs together. Right leg high, really high. Bend the upper knee, roll it open. Go ahead, roll the hip down. Hug it in, right knee to your nose. Shoulders are rocking directly forward, right over your wrists, but you cinch up your belly. Inhale, kick high. Lengthen through the leg. Exhale, really pull the breath through while you take the knee right to the nose. Hug your right thigh right up into your torso. You guys are capable of this. You got this. Kick that leg up. Bend the knee, roll open. Go ahead, roll the hip down, foot to the ground. Press your hips far back. Press through the bottom heel, left leg goes up in the air. Listen how the exhalation pulls you in and cinches you tight. Knee to nose, but jaw soft. Kick the leg up in the air again. As you breathe out, rock forward, knee to nose. Chin into your chest. Push your palms and arms down. You got this, you guys. Nice. Inhale, kick that leg up. Bend the knee, roll it open as you breathe out. Roll the hip down, foot on the ground. Walk, feet to your hands. Find a flat back. Breath in, move the shoulders down. Nice, Kendra. Fold forward, empty out. Drop your head. Let your head get out of the game for a little bit, actually. Get your breathing back into your body and kind of let your head chatter go. Good. All the way to stand. Really press down through the floor with strong legs and feet. Forward fold. Empty out. Find your breath. As you lift halfway up, just take a breath in. As you take the breath out, move into a plank position. A plank position you feel really strong in. So press through your heels. Lift the thighs up, Jim. Tilt that tailbone down. Hug in the belly, Sam. Hug it in. Nice. I saw that lift. Rock forward and breathe out, everybody. Just lower. Yes, you're strong, but let the breath soften you in your strength so it's not extreme. Up dog, long breath in. Press your heart toward the front of the room. Press your shoulders back. Down facing, empty. Yeah, really good. Take a breath in. Out with it. Take a breath in. Push your hips back when you send the air through. Take the breath in and really bring it towards you. Bring it into your lungs and send it through. To exhale is going to bring you closer to yourself because you're letting go of whatever's in the way of you going towards yourself. Your practice will help you create intimacy with you. And then you have this deeper quality of relationship with every relationship you've got. As you bring yourself to yoga, you will strengthen and heal your relationship to your body, to yourself, without even any words about it. Just kind of, you're in that space, and that's what happens. You're in a transformative space. Exhale out. Walk feet to your hands. Find your flat back. Take your breath in, and take the breath sound into your own ears, and then let that breath go all out. Fold forward. Rise up really, really tall. As you inhale, it's naturally lengthening your spine. You're going to stand taller and get straighter. Now let the tailbone drop down here, guys. And then stretch up. Empty the breath, bend just a little bit back. Shine your heart to the ceiling. Open your arms wide. Shine up and out. Hands to the heart. Fold forward. Breathe out. Halfway up. Breath in. Step back. High plank. Rock forward. Long breath out. Takes you right down. Belly stays lifted. Upward dog, lifting your heart up by pressing the roots, which is your arms and hands through the floor. Shoulders back. Down facing. Exhale out. Every exhalation is getting you out of your own way, so to speak. Sometimes the stuff going on in our head, it gets everything in our freaking way. We get in the way of ourselves, our vitality. We'll kind of try to halt our own truth. We'll put a roadblock up to our real feeling, all of that. So just let every exhalation clear out what's in your way. What's in your way within yourself. Walk up, feet to your hands. And that's a really heroic journey, by the way. That's not an easy journey. Easier said than done. Halfway lift. Let the breathing in come in easy. Let the forward fold just kind of happen all on its own. The best things of your life, they're going to happen for you. A lot less effort on your behalf. All the way up to stand. Reach up. Empty out. Forward fold. Halfway up, breath in. Hug in the belly, high plank position. Look ahead, smile. Low push-up, rock forward. Bring the chest right through the arms. Now lifting up and pressing back. And welcome back, Samuel. Take a breath. Relax. Walk, feet to your hands. Halfway up. Bring the hands up a little higher, guys. So you bring your chest up a little higher. So you bring your hands a little higher up on your legs. And that's going to bring your chest to lift up. That's beautiful. Yes. Yes. And move these shoulders back. Yes. Nice. It's the little things I get like really riled up about. I get riled up about you guys. You know that? So you get riled up about you. Fold forward, empty out. Bend your knees, sink your butt. Arms go all the way up in the air. Now everyone, actually I want you to straighten your legs just a little bit. But I want you to go to your tailbone and tell it to shift toward your heels. Now, bend the knees a little more. And press the weight back into the heels of your feet. That's it, Jim. And breathe, big. and the pose will just burst into new life. Or you can breathe really small, shallow, or barely breathe, and your pose is going to really challenge you. So you go toward the challenge by bringing breath to it, and you'll take yourself through it effortlessly. Sink down a little bit lower. Put a smile on your face. Be psyched you can come to yoga, sweat your butt off, move energy, and you're just going to walk out feeling wrung out. Fold forward, heart right into the thighs, head's getting out of the way of the heart. Halfway up, breath in, high plank. Follow it through, low push-up, look out in front of you. Upward dog, shoulders roll them back. Downward facing, press those hips back. And the knees can stay bent, that's fine. You can be strong and modify. And be more of a man or woman for it, actually. Yeah. So where can you be strong? And where can you just soften and lighten up? Where can you blaze forth and where can you back off a little bit and it brings a balance? Maybe it wasn't there before. And that's how you come into new possibility, by just kind of refining things. Step forward with your right foot. Ground down through your back foot. Use only your inhalation to lift you up. And as you get lifted, you're going to really press the feet into the ground. You're going to bend that front knee and press it forward. You're going to squeeze the right knee open toward the right pinky toe or just the right side of the room. Squeeze the underbelly of your right thigh. Like there's power there, just firm it up. And then slow your breathing down. Shoulders coming down, Jim, nice. And then palms wide open. Turn the palms in to face each other. Stretch up. Sink in lower. Cultivate bigger breathing. Because the warrior is strong, but the warrior that's truly strong is also really chill. And that takes practice to cultivate the two energies. And that's all you're doing. You're learning how to be really strong, but really chill in your strength. Interlace your fingers over your head. Press your palms up in the air. Bend back. Take your arms behind your back. Clasp hold of your fingers. Straighten through your arms and really pick your hands up off your butt. Now squeeze your shoulder blades in toward each other. Pull your heart up and out of your shoulders. Like you all have amazing hearts. Not just your physical heart, that's working for you. But you have the way you love, like nobody can love like you. So really squeeze the shoulder blades together and just kind of peel your heart open. Peel back the layers and breathe into that you have more love inside you to offer out. But first you got to find it within you for you. And then I want you to fold inside your right knee. And I want you to make sure that front knee is right there, rooted right over your heel, front heel. Pull the right hip back a little bit. Nice, Kendra. Squeeze through the back leg and breathe. Now, feel the shoulder blades hug toward each other. Yeah. Now release your arms right to the floor. High plank. Feel your shoulders pull down toward your hips when you go through to low push-up. If that makes sense. Upward facing dog. Pull back, downward facing. Find your breath out. Let it soften. Now take a slow breath in. And let a slower exhalation come through. You're out of the way of it. It just happened. It all lines up. And then your left foot stepping forward. You'll feel your back foot press straight down with both feet pressing into the earth. Rise up. On the breath in though, interlace your fingers over your head. Press the arms straight up and feel the hips sink south. And feel your length through the side body. Feel your palms press up, 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 up. Now release your hands behind you. Feel your arms straighten. Clasp hold of your fingers. And feel your knuckles pull down. That'll help pull the shoulders down your back. Do you feel that? Do you all feel that? Pull the knuckles down and the shoulders go, oh, I'm going down too. Back where I belong. Yoga says, I'm just here to just get you straight again. Back to where you belong. Now when you breathe out, you're going to fold inside your left knee. You're going to drop your head completely. All the time, your life is going to show signs to you of where you belong. And if you're in your head, controlling all that and saying, no, no, no. No, this is who I am. This is a job I have, yada, yada. You'll really cancel out that voice. That voice is very subtle. So through the practice of yoga, I'm more interested in you accessing your own inner voice. I like to say your inner GPS. Your inner GPS says, I can't reach you with all that damn noise in your head. I can't reach you on the day you're so rigid to say no to something that all along was yours to say yes to. Everybody let your hands go. Find your way to high plank. Say yes to your high plank right now. Say yes to it. Low plank. Say yes to that. Yeah, these poses are like, I've been waiting for you. Upward dog's been waiting for you. Press the tops of your feet down in up dog. If you want, lift your thighs up. Oh, where are you guys going? You're still in up dog. I don't know what damn yoga class you're taking right now.
Sorry, I was following my breath.
Oh, nice. It's like that though. If you're listening to your inner GPS, you're going to march to the beat of your own drum. Come back to upward dog. Humor me. Come back to upward dog. So shift forward. High plank. Low push up. Upward dog. Upward dog in the flow. We want out of this pose. Get comfortable in upward dog. And if you're not comfortable, play with your pose. Walk your hands back. Open your arms wider. Make your shoulder blades hug together and automatically your collarbones and your heart spread wide open. Now press straight down through the floor. Nice, Kendra. So there can be a buoyancy in your heart. Yeah, we come to yoga and when our breath is compressed, our emotional heart is compressed. Now I'll let you out. Downward dog. You're out of the gate. But these poses have been waiting for you. Guess what? The ones you like and the ones you don't prefer. Especially the ones you don't prefer because your tension says, oh, that's the place, that's the pose, calling out to help work that out, work that through. Big breath in. Ignite the room with your exhalation. Yeah, it's like Darth Vader's, like 10 Darth Vaders showed up. Walk, feet to your hands. Halfway up, breath in. Fold forward. Press down through the feet. Bend the knees, rise up. Pull the hands straight to the heart. Please take a twist. When you take a breath in though, feel your chest wall lift. When you empty the breath, turn your left elbow outside your right thigh. Press the hips back and down. Lift your heart up, peel it off your thighs. Get your exhalation, facilitating your twist. Spread your arms apart. Welcome back, Sam.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Jim. Oh, Kendra. I'll be your spiritual waitress. All right, guys. Press down through that bottom hand. But lift out of that bottom shoulder and press that bottom shoulder back toward the wall, directly behind your back. Take the upper arm lower. Nice, Jim. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other, toward mid-spine. Feel your body opening you up. You're out of the way of it. Through the exhalation, you're telling your body, I'm out of the way. Bring it. And then release. Nice job. Separate the feet hip width apart. You're already down there, so take your peace fingers, hook your big toes, bend the knees, send your hips back, pull the heart forward. Then use your exhalation to guide the fold. That's so much better than your mind and your body being separate from one another. Let the exhalation guide the body. So there's soul force, even if as you bump right up against that place where it's knotted in the back of your legs. Bend the knees as much as you like, and it's totally fine if you let your chest relax on your thighs. Where can you be strong, but where can you be chill? And can you bring the two together? And it creates this harmony. That even when the pose is a little bit of a struggle, you're just so psyched to be there. That's how you know you're finding the practice from your heart, not your head. Pull your chest away from your thighs. Consciously press your tailbone back. Then exhale, soften again. I'd always think, how long am I here? How long am I here? When am I out of this? You want out of something, that's right where it's about to begin. So go towards it. And what I mean by that is when the psychology of mind is out of the way about when am I out of this, your body will just open itself up, kind of like a flower. So by being in the pose a little longer, nothing's going to happen except perhaps this awesome, never before opportunity to open up the back of your legs more. If you free up the hamstrings, it makes your spine feel better, and it's going to give you length. Your feet will really touch the ground. You'll be in your shoes, and you'll feel the earth. And that's very grounding, and it's grounding to the mind. If you don't like the pose, here's your opportunity to just make some peace with it. Because you're on your way to a very, very powerful place. Just let your resistance just give it up. Give it up, or let it give you up. Then you'll really come mind to body. Release your big toes. Bring your hands to your hips. Slowly come up, but get your feet rooted to the floor. Come up where you feel the tailbone just shifting toward the heels. Please press the hips forward, thighs squeeze up, and hug your elbows straight back behind you. Hug the arms, hug the shoulder blades toward each other. Feel the whole front side of your body open up, which is pretty vulnerable, by the way, especially if we're a humanity that just stands with our arms across our chest all the time. Just open wide. You'll feel what it feels like to have been closed up or closed off, and you're opening yourself up. Really bring new light in. New life, new territory. There's a vulnerability to that, but who cares? Let your vulnerability be your strength. Release. Okay. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Let the hips sink south through the exhalation, though. Let the exhalation create the descent. Hands to the heart. Twist right elbow outside the left thigh. Looking at your right knee. I bet you your right knee is going to try to get ahead of your left. But there's a secret to that. You just peel the right hip back. And you sink your hips lower. And when you sink your hips lower, you consciously lift your heart, your chest, your sternum higher so you can breathe. When the lungs are compressed, breathing is, well, it's definitely a challenge. Sink in a little lower. Drop down. go into some new place, and then take the arms, spread them apart. Be on the fingertips of that bottom hand. Press that right shoulder straight back, Sam.
Straight back.
Yeah, so it's like both shoulders pressed toward the back of the wall, directly behind you. Your spine, and by spine, I'm not just meaning Sam, I mean everyone. Feel both shoulder heads press back. Your spine starts going towards your heart again. And it'll take you into a place where it's like, wow, your spines can say, oh, wow, I'm being invited back in to the body. Awesome job. Release. Spread the feet apart. Lift up your feet. Lift up the toes. Bend the knees a lot. Take one hand, slide it underneath the ball of your right foot. Other hand, slide it underneath the ball of your left. Right in the front. Right in the front. Now, very consciously, go right to your hips. Drive them back. Feel the spine just pull forward. And the shoulders softening. And then you fold. Again, drape your chest across your front thighs. If the back of your legs are tight and it's pulling down on your spine, then why have the legs straight? But if you soften, it's like, wow, there's possibility to be able to just be in the pose. You'll know if you're really in the pose if you can breathe with ease. You're still challenging yourself, but not to a place where you're driving yourself off the edge. Because it's just too much like work. The practice says, I don't want to be that kind of work. In fact, I don't even know where you came up with that whole excessive. Just try on some ease in your effort. How about that? Surrender your chest right into your thighs. Surrender your head down. Surrender your head down. And release, release. Awesome job, you guys. Hands on the hips. Find your feet. Exhale everything. Slowly breathe in. You'll come up. But take your breath in nice and easy. Good. And go ahead and take the arms straight up. Fold forward. Lift halfway. High push-up. Belly in. Rock forward on the balls of the feet. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Down facing. Head's heavy. Go ahead, take your right foot forward. Your back foot flat. All the way up. Warrior one. Warrior two. In breath, reverse. Cartwheel through. Move the energy through by going through the vinyasa. High plank, in breath. Low plank, out breath. Up dog, big inhale. Your lungs deserve it. Downward dog, big exhalation. Take your left foot, warrior one, big step forward. Ground through the feet. In breath takes you up. It'll raise your sail for you. Empty the breath, fold right into warrior two. Yeah, I totally tripped up on that. You're allowed to trip up too. That's what I mean. Like, you're serious about the pose so that you keep yourself safe. But then, if you forget or if you're not there and you step the foot, who cares? You don't need more to, create a case against yourself. Who cares? Reverse your warrior. Reach. Reverse a time in your life when you were pretty hard on yourself. But bend your front knee forward. Don't lose the integrity of your alignment, guys. Don't lose the opportunity to come into more power in the legs. But let the exhale empower you to lighten you up. And you'll walk out lighter and you'll be ignited as a result. Because you're just unpacking some of the heavy. A time in your life you are building a pretty strong case against yourself. Thank God those days are over. Okay. Cartwheel through. High plank. Low plank. Upward. Feet pressing down. Palms pressing down. Pull back. Downward dog. Breathe in. Let go and let be. Walk forward. Keep your hands. Flat back. Fold forward. Head drops though. Head out of the way. Press down through the floor with the feet. Time to stand. Hands on the hips. Okay, you're going to take your right knee. You're going to catch hold of your left hip with your hand. Hug your left elbow toward the body. Squeeze your right leg toward your right side of your body, the lower abs. Flex that right foot. So yeah, pull the toes back, Kendra. There you go. Your eyes eye level. Left hand on the left hip. Hug the left elbow toward the body. That's it. And without leaning way back, really just lengthen your tailbone down. Squeeze up your left leg. Your bottom leg will hold you up. It's been holding you up your whole life. Yeah, you're just tapping into power that's like, I've been with you your whole life. Okay, now take the right leg out in front of you. Both hands on the hips. Eyes eye level. Shoulders over the hips. Squeeze the elbows toward the sides of your body. Pick the leg up. Push out through the ball and heel. Bend the knee. Left arm. Inhale it up. Catch hold of the right big toe, side of your foot. King Dancer. So left arm, Kendra, goes up alongside your ear. Yeah, it's way easier, right? Unless you want to do your own variation you got there. Yeah. We'll either grow through struggle or we can grow through joy. But it's our call. Breathe. You have a choice if you want to exhale or not. You have a choice if you want to continue to hold on and stay tightly knitted to what you've been holding on to. It's just too heavy. So you choose struggle or joy. Release. Now, hands on both hips. Extend through the leg. Airplane. The arms sweep up. Through the exhalation, the arms come down alongside your body and straight back. Palms face the floor. That right leg, just send it straight back. Now everybody pick your sternum up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your shoulders like you were pressing them to the back wall. Do you guys feel how that opened your chest? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. Hands to the heart. Split. If you wanted, you could take your left hand and catch hold of your left ankle, or you could just have both fingertips of both hands on the floor. Your call. Make it light though. Even if there's some work to it, if you put a smile on your face, it'll shift the whole altitude of your attitude. You can do this. You've been strong your whole life. Kick higher. Kick higher. Go for it. Go for it. Maybe today is the day. Like anything can happen in a day. Empty the breath. Bring the foot to the floor. Holy moly. Hands on the hips. Awesome job. We only have an hour. I'm just making sure you get your time well spent. Hands on the hips. Left knee. Hug it in. The right elbow to the right hip. And if you squeeze the left leg, like you're cinching it right against the lower abdomen on the left side, or if you wanted, interlace your hands around the knee or shin and just hug it in. Shoulders back. Belly in. Right leg straight. How about a smile? slow your breathing down, guys. If you're wobbly, it's no big deal. That's why it's just a practice. It's just a practice. Okay, hands on the hips, extend that leg out. Pull the toes back, push through the ball and heel of that left foot. While the right foot presses strongly into the floor, the right leg squeezes, the leg lifts higher. Now inhale the right arm up, bend the left knee, catch hold, kick back. Eyes eye level. The body goes where the eyes go. Go back to breathing. All you need is breath. And you'll have all that you need. All you need is a focal point. And then lighten up the effort by smiling. Go ahead. Come on back up. Sweep that left leg straight out in front of you. Arms reach. Airplane. You just keep your heart higher than your hips, okay? You hug the arms toward the sides of your body. And you don't look straight down at the floor. You do tuck your chin toward your chest. Your neck has some length. You feel the shoulders melt down away from your ears and neck. But you look out at the floor ahead of you. Hands to the heart. Long breath in. Eyes don't waver. Bend the bottom knee if you want, but take a standing split. Take your time. Take your time. There's no rush. Press down through the right foot and right leg. Kick the left leg higher by rooting into the right foot and right leg. Exhale the foot to the floor. Bend the knees, hands on the hips, arms reach all the way up. Fold forward, breathe out. Halfway in breath. High plank. Walk the chest through the arms. Move the shoulders toward the hips. Lower. Pause. Up dog. Down facing. Breath in. Use your exhalation to soften your knees on the floor. With your knees on the ground, bring yourself out onto your back. And I'll even put the fan on. Jeez. Just out of curiosity, was anybody saying, when's she going to put the fan on? Because
It is hot yoga. So.
Yeah, it is.
I thought it came on automatically when I wanted it to.
What's that?
I thought it came on automatically when I mentally thought it through.
Oh. All right, guys, we're not stopping yet. You're almost done, though. You're almost done. Like, Oz is in sight. Aunt Uncle Henry, you're on your way back to that feel of home. Push your feet down. Take your hands behind your head. Elbows are going to be out to the sides. Clear your exhalation. So you literally clear the air out of your lungs. Now, feel your belly pull straight down to the floor. And when you come up, please exhale. And when you inhale, go back. And when you exhale, pull right up. And when you inhale, go back. And when you exhale, pull the head and shoulders off the ground. Pull the belly to the floor. Lift higher right where you are. That's it, Sam. Lift higher, guys. And go back. Fill the lungs up. Clear the space. And then go ahead, lift up. And go back. And lift up. And back. Okay, 10. Then 9. Come up, good. 8. Then 7. Even when I turn the tempo up a little bit, the integrity of the work and the abs is not being compromised. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay, please cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And go ahead, take your left elbow to your right knee when you exhale out. Go for it. Yeah. And then we'll do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it, you guys, you got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the floor. Find your breath in. Let it go out. Switch sides. And go for it. Elbow, knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it, Sam. 4. Keep coming, Jim. 3, 2. Lift up, Kendra. Lift up. Squeeze it right there. Squeeze. Lift up, lift up. Release to the floor. Uncross the legs. Hug both knees to your chest. Rock side to side. Okay. Go ahead and please take your legs straight up in the air. And your head and shoulders off the ground. Left arm extends just outside your right foot and right leg. And then switch sides. And you're going to lift your head and shoulders up. And that's going to challenge you. By getting your shoulders a little higher off the floor, you're going to really find your core. Side to side. Here we go. Let's belt it out. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Good. Keep going, keep going. You're in something so deep that you're like, oh, I don't even care about the number anymore. Because I want to find, like, what am I made of? What am I made of? And the only way to figure that out is go towards yourself. Go to the place where you see it as weak. I say underdeveloped. Bang out 10 more. Just because you can and you're alive. And life is good. Life is good. And if you can't bang out 10 more, then pause and then bang out those few more. That's really honorable to you, where you don't cheat yourself and you don't push yourself off the ledge. How about that? Find that middle. Hug your knees into your chest when you really feel like, okay, I'm complete. Rock side to side. I want you to rock up to flat feet, okay? Your feet are going to be hip width apart. You're upright. Feet are hip width, and get your feet directly under your knees. Take your hands directly under your shoulders. I want you to feel your hips press up. Your chest and hips go up. But please lengthen your low back towards your the back of your legs. Stretch your heart away from the hips and hug both shoulder blades toward each other. Press down through the palms and arms to go higher. Open your feet a little wider, Sam. Yeah, open your heels more too, just a little bit. Heels out, yeah. Press straight down through the floor with the hands and feet to go higher. As you breathe out, your hips come down. When your hips come down, you're going to sit cross-legged with your hips on the floor. And you're going to sit up nice and tall. You're going to take your right elbow. You're going to hook it right outside your left knee or thigh. You're going to bring your left fingertips to the floor. Close your eyes. You're going to lengthen your spine by pushing your hips down through the floor. Do you guys feel how that gives you a lift through the spine? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it means to get connected to what it feels like in your body. Press down just a little bit, and wow, the spine goes, oh, thanks for that help. Now I can elongate without any strain to my back. Now when you breathe out, that's when you twist. Your eyes stay closed. So you get to have your own experience of you, your own experience of breath moving through you and how it can take you places the pose by itself cannot. See the breath and the body marry up. And together they'll go where they could not go by themselves. Okay, come on back. Knees uncross. Left leg over, or right leg over, sorry. Left elbow, really hook it outside the right leg. Now, get conscious of hips pressing down, spine getting longer, taller, and you're inhaling right there. And then you're twisting. Your eyes closed, but it's as if you're looking over your right shoulder. Now, bring your attention to your right shoulder blade. Hug it in toward the center of your spine. Feel the left shoulder blade, however, start to try to stretch away from the mid-body, away from the mid-spine. Breathe into that space. You created a stretch. Breathe it out. Come on back. Take both legs out in front of you. Hands on the floor, and you're going to press your thighs into the ground and pull your toes back toward your face. You can keep your knees bent and soften them up. That's totally fine. And if you need to, you can spread your legs apart a little wider. Now, pressing down through the floor with the hips and thighs. Inhale the arms up. Just turn your torso so that the arms are just stretched out to the sides. Now come on back, arms go back up over your head, and use your exhalation to take the twist. Use the exhalation to fuel a twist that's not forced by ego, but just naturally organic, effortless quality. Yeah, that's start coming back to doing things just from a natural place. Arms are reach. Keep pressing down through the hips, through the thighs. Feel how you're really rooted in your lower body, yeah? Now lead with your navel and your heart. Let the exhalation fold. Drop your head. Let your eyes close. Stay with the breath flow. Your breath is your ally. Those exhales are your true ally. Your body is your ally. Your body's not your enemy. But when the mind and the body feel separate from each other, it sure does feel like that. Not just for the yoga student, but the yoga teacher. Let your breathing help you to come closer towards your body without extra effort. Through the breathing, you get to experience a feel for your body that allows you to know something outside of stiff, dry, tight. Through the breathing, the mind and body sync up. And the body is like your really your vehicle of peace. It's the mind that usually isn't. And then that creates a disturbance in the body. We're just using yoga to smooth out whatever disturbances are going on within us, all of us. So yeah, you're stronger, yeah, you're flexible, but man, if you walk out and you just feel nicer to yourself, more at ease with yourself, but in a humble way, well then that's the energy that you carry out. And sometimes we come to yoga and we got to work through the bitterness. We got to work through the tension. We got to work through the frustration. We got to work through the resistance, if you will, to get to the sweet spot. And that's just the place where you're patient. You access empathy. If you feel better in your body, you just show up kinder, more relaxed. There's a spacious quality. And then your breath isn't labored. It isn't harbored. So you go to the places where you're not free, because that's your ticket to true freedom. Look at Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner, she didn't feel free. To know inside yourself, like, I'm somebody, or I don't belong here, or I'm playing a role that I just can't, that we'll utilize to stay in our comfort zone, keep peace and all of that, to meet everyone else's expectations and say-sos, until it just no longer works. And so we learn we can't survive our comfort zone. We can't survive containing who we truly are. Come up and come out onto your back. Let yourself stretch out. And if you like, just finish it out by interlacing your fingers and stretching your arms over your head. Lengthen your legs and toes out of your hips. So if you take your arms over your head on the floor, and just let the inhale stretch you, not just stretching out the physical body, but let the inhale take that a little bit further, because you wouldn't be able to access that just by itself. Jim, if you can, take your arms over your head on the floor. Yeah, that's beautiful. And let the exhale bring you to hug your knees to your chest. And rock side to side. And then take your legs to the floor. Stretch them out straight. And let your arms relax at your sides. And let your legs and feet open up. And so for this last piece, you got to be totally aware of how your body feels. Your legs and feet open up a little wider on the floor so that the pelvis just says, oh, I don't have to make any more effort. You free the pelvis, you'll relax the spine. Let the arms slide away from your body a little bit more, where the shoulders say, oh, thank God I can just come down. And now that you're down on the floor, let the floor cradle you. You've released where you felt a little compressed. And all you need to know about that is where there's compression, it creates a tightening and a restriction for easy breath. The more the breath has room to come through, you're totally relaxed. And what I'm finding these days is that the more I'm around places, people where I just breathe without any work, there's a me that comes through that cannot emerge otherwise. There's a freedom, there's a playfulness, there's a buoyancy in my heart. It just bubbles up like a hot spring. And I care for things, but I don't care so heavy. And it feels like there's some characters in my life that are like, no, you need to care about this. No, life's too short. So as you let go of the breath, you let go of restriction, so buoyancy can find you again. And even if the buoyancy of your own human spirit was already there, it gets bigger. And if the buoyancy to your human spirit has been kind of caged, and most likely you weren't even in touch with it, just kind of going through the motions, well, you want to really breathe in that freedom, because you're finding a biggerness within yourself. It's got nothing to do with paying the electric bill. It's got nothing to do with deadlines. It's got nothing to do with other people's expectations. It's got nothing to do with your childhood, your story. There's a buoyancy that comes through where you find compassion and softening, maybe towards the people that challenged you the most. That's when you know your yoga is working for you in a big, big way, beyond the physical byproducts of strength and flexibility. That buoyancy is needed in the world. It's not just what you need, it's what everyone needs. And when you share your own personal uplift, you liberate others. As you free yourself from what ties your spirit down, as you speak your truth with a vulnerable courage, you'll be set free. And from that freedom, insights, creativity, just a joy to every little thing you do. And my hope is, if you're not quite sure where that is, you'll humbly own that it is your job to set foot on that path for a life you can build around your heart, which will probably add to a few years to your life. Less sickness, breathing easy, finding this practice and finding who and what gives you a place to breathe easy from. That's the heaven on earth, I think. We've all experienced the contrast. We don't have to keep choosing that. Breathing easy can heal years, and I think take years off your life, years off your face, Take one more breath in. Let it finish itself out. Let the mask soften. Let any image dissolve. Give up any armor. Because the mental and emotional armor, rigidness, has everything to do with physical well-being and health over time. So buy back some time. Easy breath in. Let it all go. Very slowly hug your knees into your chest. Let yourself be cradled by you in a nurturing way. Even if it's not your norm to be that nurturing to you. It all starts with you. Roll all the way to your right side. Lift up the head slightly and just slide your arms underneath your head for a little pillow. Bring yourself to seated comfortably, whatever that looks like and however that feels best for you. Bring your hands to your heart. Full breath in. You could hold on to it, but why? Let it go. Breath is free. Take a moment for whoever and whatever you might be just deeply grateful for right now, at this moment in your life. Press your thumbs to your heart. Press your thumbs to your forehead. Just offering up some gratitude for your yoga and for the teachers and all the students that found it long before you or I, to blaze the trail and to make sure that it would have your footprint on it. Namaste. Awesome job, you guys.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back. You guys were like the American Hustle. Boom. You dropped in and it was like, you dropped anchor and you just like, boom. Really, really great to be with you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.